it's like a magician. A never-ending, like,
Woo!
drape.
Can I know this is weird, but can I see how it looks before you cut the little piece?
What do you mean?
You know the little, like, piece you were talking about?
How would I show you before I cut it?
Oh, no. Oh, I see.
Okay. I mean, this is the closest I can give you an idea of how that would feel.
Oh, okay.
It's very soft.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Not like, because mine's more layered. Like, I need this layer right here.
Okay.
You know, I'm not going to take this piece and do that to you.
Okay.
It just needs a little bit more so it's not hanging in your face so much.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay.
Okay.
I haven't done a real haircut in a while. I trust you. I'm just nervous.
No, I know.
Oh, good. I don't have to worry about my oogly bits. I was like, I realized that my top.
So I have been recording this because I wanted to get you putting the drape on her, just so.
Okay, that's good. We can stop now. Can we stop now? All right.
Yeah.
Good. Rolling, roll hard. Okay, so let's get going on this. But first, you want your coffee?
Yes.
Okay. Like, pep me up.
I need some. I'm still tired.
Before you go.
Oh, cute. It's a pumpkin. It's on its head.
Oh, is that? Here.
You're like my poor little hands, my wee hands. Oh.
That better?
Okay, yeah.
It's a good thing I gave you a big handle, you know. I didn't know. You can handle that handle.
Can I handle the handle? Oh yeah, this is fresh coffee.
Yep. It's not Folgers. Are you scared? It's not going to be that hot when you drink it.
I'll let it cool off.
You're
for a
scared,
little
huh?
bit.
She's a wee sensitive one.
Had some burned tongues in my life.
Okay, you can sit back. Just look there. You go. Like that, fine. So the last time I saw you, we were at Cantor's.
Yes, we
and
were.
Courtney and I had been kicked out of the Nerd Art show.
Yeah.
And
That was amazing.
And that's when you were like, I need to get a haircut.
Yep. I one too many trips to Supercuts. I need to step it up a notch. So I'm happy to be here. Have my friend do my hair. It's great.
Your friend, my friend.
Can I call you my friend? Are you my
Yes.
friend?
Yeah, I'm your friend, Jill. Your friend. I'll be your friend. I know your lone friend in LA.
Yeah, you represent the Toluca Lake sector.
Sector.
You and Emma.
And Lindsay.
And Lindsay. Yeah,
And the
Liz.
cat.
Yeah, and the cat.
So, how long have you been doing improv?
Oh, well, I studied a little in college, but out here, I've been doing it pretty much off and on since I moved here, 5 years ago. I did Groundlings, UCB, and now I'm at Second City in the conservatory.
So how come you've done so many different schools, like all the different ones?
Well, I mean, after, you take a break for a little while, whether it be, just financially or change of pace to focus on other stuff. But Groundlings, I did that. I was recommended that before I moved there.
Mm-hmm.
I actually met my comedy partner there, which was cool. And then UCB was really popular, and I liked it there. I completed their program, and waited a couple of years, and I wanted to do something else, so I did Second City. I actually really like Second City too. It's very, it's got a nice community and a lot of opportunities to perform, which is cool.
That's cool. Because you've done all of them, because a lot of people are like, oh, I started off there, that place sucks. That's what I've heard from a lot of people. They're like, oh, Second City, that's garbage. And I'm like, don't quote me. I mean, I don't know anything about this stuff.
Some people are really like
so
into their
to hear
school
that
and
you've done, but I mean, like you've done all of them, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's
it's a
kind of,
bio.
I think that's interesting that you have actually actual perspective over these things, where other people are like telling you, oh, those are bad ones. You've done all of them. They can't even do all of them.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's experience is different.
Oh,
Like,
totally.
I sort of had mixed experiences at Groundlings. My second class, I didn't really like so much. But my first class I loved. I had 2 really great teachers because one took over halfway, so it's sort of hard. I think everybody has different experiences. So.
Totally, but it's nice to hear that you're like, oh, I've done all of these ones actually. Where a lot of people, they were like, oh, I only went to there, being snobbed up about it. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know anything about improv. But your show that we went to was the first time it was my like experience with improv, other than like my friends around me trying to do improv. Well, not trying. That's mean. Doing improv around me all the time, and I'm like, okay, guys, calm her down a bit. That's one thing that's different about like moving to LA is like you have all these people who are trying to make it, you know, everyone's like an actor or something like that, and that's tough, and like you're in that game, and that's like, oh,
it's cool. It's cool to be in an environment where you don't feel like a weirdo for being an actor. Like you go home and it's like, how long can you keep doing this? Really, you know?
That's kind of, they don't take it seriously.
No, they don't. So it's refreshing. Everybody's in the game out here.
Brittany?
Yeah?
Slow it, just a little bit.
Oh, I'm talking too fast?
Okay.
No, I'm off track. Panic! Kidding. So how long have you been out here?
5 years. Yeah, moved 5 years ago in July. Yeah, flew by. Can't believe it already. Gosh.
That's funny. It's like we moved out in August here. When we did. It was like the end of summer.
Year, or?
Like 6 years ago. But then I was like, I hate it here, and moved back to Northern California because it was just like too much. Like, this place is crazy.
It takes some getting used to. It's certainly not an immediate love affair by any means. I feel like once you get settled and sort of find your way, it can take a few years, but I like it now. It's weird. I don't like the city so much itself, but I like that there's always something going on. I think it's easy to meet friends, and
That's a good way to put it, because I feel the same way. I don't love LA, but I love the, like, kind of the friends I've made and that feeling of it. But other than that, I'm like, fuck this place. Like,
it's sort of...
And the industry is rough. Like, people, like, just watch on TV and they think, oh, it must be so cool to work in movies and do all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, but it's really long hours, and it's, like, it's work. It's like, there's a guarantee you're always going to be there 12 hours. You're going to, you know, and it's crazy. Then if there's overtime, then you're just stuck there forever. Oh.
Is there a baby?
It's Margot.
Who's Margot?
A little Margot interruption for you.
That sounds like a baby.
She is my baby.
She's cute.
Yeah, the film industry is super rough to work in. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart. Like,
no. You have to have a lot of like self-confidence.
You do, and especially being an actor, like, you have to be up there and doing it, and like that's not easy work at all.
It's it's kind of nice. Like, I think being in comedy, you sort of don't get that pressure that I see breakdowns, and it's so frustrating. You think, gosh, these people, you know, some of them are really insulting to women, and you know, I mean, I'm not going up for that stuff. Any, you know, like music video or random short film.
Okay, so I just cut myself.
Oh my gosh.
And we're back.
I like your James Dean photo.
Oh, well, I bet you would. Miss Natalie would.
Yeah. He's my ultimate celebrity crush.
That's funny.
I'm only 60 years too late.
But, you know, he might have been gay, too, so, I mean, 60 years in the wrong. Yeah, right?
It would totally make sense. I read this thing, actually, just last night that was talking about what if James Dean had lived. And they were talking about all these things and how his career might go or things he might do. And it's sort of weird. It's almost like you're like, yeah, I could see that. Like, it's almost like you did see what his life might have been like.
That's interesting. It's weird that we over-obsess about these people that have been dead for years. Like Marilyn Monroe, Elvis, and things like that. And it's like, whoa, these people, like, will we still be talking about them in 30 years? Like, or will we just forget?
No,
like, will they still be predicting, like, about James Dean's life if we would have stayed alive? It's really interesting, but, like, we don't even talk about people of our own generation in a way like right now. Like none of the actors are being talked about like that. So it's it's just weird.
Reference. I think it almost takes some time. You know, like they're like the like I would say like Robert De Niro and Marilyn. I was gonna say Marilyn Streep. Meryl Streep. You know, they're very revered. Oh, I can't speak.
I can't when I put in that coffee.
Maybe I maybe take some years and then they get that notoriety.
Well, I think Jack Nicholson definitely made himself into that. You know, that type of person. But like, I can't think of anybody else who really maybe Farrah Fawcett. There's not that many people where you're like, yep, that person's we're gonna be talking about them in 50 years.
You don't hear a lot about Michael Jackson like you used to.
That's true, but he made us. Definitely made a stand. You like dressing up like Michael Jackson. You're like Michael Jackson.
Dude, I used to impersonate, but I do like the Billie Jean dancer talent shows. I did.
Were you real like for high school?
Yeah. I did it in middle school and high school. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like this short white girl impersonating Michael Jackson. Like, what is this? But it was fun. I really like him. He's one of my favorites.
That's really funny. Were you just like a little kid and were like, I love Michael?
Yeah, I sort of randomly discovered him as a kid. I actually thought it was a woman singing.
Oh, whenever you'd hear the songs?
Yeah.
I'm like, who's that woman, Mama?
Yeah, you're so young that you don't really understand, but yeah, I thought it was a woman.
Or was it his picture? It was his voice and his picture?
No, it wasn't a picture of him. It was just like hearing it on the radio or something. And if I recall, I thought Cher was a man. And not seeing her, but just the voice on the radio. And again, I'm like probably 5 or younger.
Right.
But I was like, I got them mixed up, I think. Their genders.
It's alright.
It's terrible.
I would say they're...
She's not mad.
Yeah, Margot? You are here. You are heard and you are here. Okay. Alright. I'm sorry we're not filming you right now, but, it's fine.
She makes some interesting noises.
You haven't heard the Margot.
Yeah, she's pretty,
Yeah, she does. Like, the first
chatty.
time she, talked like that to me, I was like, what's wrong? Oh my gosh, what's wrong with her? And it's always when I'm in the tub. I'm, in the tub relaxing, and I'm listening to music, and I'm, reading or something, and then I hear this, wow! And I'm like, oh my god, someone's here, something's going on, and I run out of there, and she just has, a mouse. She drops it, hi. And I'm fuck her! I was, thinking I was about to be murdered or something like that.
She has a real mouse?
No, the little fake mice.
Oh!
Fake mice, yeah.
I was like, you guys got mice up in here?
No. Yeah, there are mice here. I had a Siamese cat, Marvin, and I was petrified. So he dropped a dead mouse on me one morning. I would let him out because he liked going out in the morning. And he came in and I wasn't really paying attention, and I look over and he just dropped something, and I look and it's a dead mouse. And I am like, ah! And I run and I'm blood curdling scream and run to get it out. I'm like, I can't touch it. Freaking out. And I had PTSD from that. I'm not kidding you. Anytime I was near a mouse, or I don't know, I knew he'd be around, he'd be going outside, I was freaked out, and I always would just ugh. And there's no way to get rid of it. You can't stop them from doing that.
Right.
They will just...
I mean, a cat's gonna chase a mouse.
Well, and they were like, oh, put a bell on him and it will be better. No. The bell did not change anything. It was a nightmare, and it was so scary every single time. And I was like, now I don't worry about it, obviously, because he got hit by a car. But it's okay.
Marv.
I know, he's the best. R.I.P. Marvin. But yeah, Margot was not a chaser after anything. So.
Gosh, when I was in Mexico, I was staying with some friends, and they have I mean, we have them here, but they have those big cockroaches there too. And my friend's cat used to chase the cockroaches, and they're really fast, and cockroaches are surprisingly fast. And the cat would chase the cockroach, flip it over, and then you could spray the bug spray and get rid of it. But
when it flipped over, I don't understand.
well, because when it flipped over, it couldn't move, and that's how you can get rid of the cockroach.
Oh, I see.
Spray or kill, you know. But the cat would chase the cockroach, and almost it's like you're working with the cat to
I'll get him.
you know, get the cockroach.
The cat's like, I'm helping you.
Like, you know, the cat thinks it's like, you know, a little toy or something.
Totally. It's so funny. So remember when I was like telling you, like, you look like Natalie Wood, and
That's
like
the best
freaking
compliment
out.
ever.
But you had to have heard that more than once. Like,
yeah,
like
I
all
get
the
it.
time. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
I get it from people who actually know who she is. Like,
Right.
so, yeah, I've gotten it. Yeah, the first time I got it was on a film set. It totally made my day. She's one of my favorite classic actresses. So,
I mean, not many people like can look like you know, you look at them and you go, whoa, like that's crazy. Like you could be her in a bioptic. You know what I mean? It's so like
bless your heart.
seriously. I mean, serious, because you look so much like her. It's insane.
I submitted for, there was this film, it's more about James Dean, but I submitted to play Natalie Wood. I was like,
Yeah.
I want it so bad.
I mean, hello, why did they not choose you?
Actually, the girl who got it really does look like her.
Why is that? Is that a normal look? Is the Natalie Wood look normal?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's why I'm like, what?
I get the girl from Andre though too. It's
I can see that.
Tina Majorino.
That's
Shout
me.
out to Tina Majorino. I think more so when she was a kid though. I'm like, yeah, that one. I see that one too.
I don't feel like I never get anybody like who do you look like if you're a celebrity? Like, oh, I've gotten some weird ones. One time I got told I look like Ellen Bernstein. I'm like, she's like 70. I hope she's not really 70.
She's
But
not.
you know what I mean? I was like,
Oh,
to
young
be
Ellen.
told like
I
you
could
look like it, maybe when she was younger. They didn't just specify that, and I was like, that's really weird. Like, and then of course I always get Britney Spears just because we have the same name. And I happen to have blonde hair and brown eyes. That's about it.
Well, because I don't see Ellen Bernstein, but I see Ellen Barkin. Is that the one?
I don't know. Was it Ellen Barkin?
Ellen
don't-
Barkin's like she's older now, but she's very pretty.
Oh,
She was
totally.
in,
It wasn't about that. It was just the age thing. I'm like, what? Do I look like an elderly woman? Like, that's why I was like, just like, give me a signal or something.
Give me a cigarette.
Give me a cigarette.
Give me a cigarette, darling.
You are not.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling.
Do you guys know who Tallulah Bankhead is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's who I'm basing my character on for the murder mystery show. And nobody else knows who she is.
Are you ready?
Ready?
You're doing it?
Rolling.
Oh. So you're basing your character off by Tallulah Bankhead?
Yeah, we have a new show for the theater company that I work for, and she's an actress, and we can sort of kind of make the characters our own. They fall into a general thing. It's maybe a butler or the security guy. Mine is the actress, and I wanted to make her like Tallulah Bankhead.
I like that.
Hello, darling.
Have you seen Lifeboat?
No, is
You've
that...
never seen she's in that. She's like
She's
the
in
reporter. And it's
Okay.
an Alfred Hitchcock movie, and they're stuck on a boat. It's like I don't remember exactly how, I think it's like their ship, their ship like goes down, and these are the people that are like, they're on a cruise ship,
Oh.
and a German boat guns them down, or like shoots them, not guns them, you know.
Is it like a World War II movie?
I don't know, maybe World War One. I don't know
Oh.
exactly. I don't remember. It's old. And they like pick up a German officer and and it's all of them. So there's this whole conflict. It's the whole entire movie is them in a boat. And it's really good.
Oh.
Yeah, you should definitely see that one if you're
She,
a Tallulah fan.
Well, the thing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe sadly that I know her most from, but I know her from I Love Lucy. There's an episode where Lucille Ball impersonates her, and then later in the series, when they do the Lucy Does You Comedy Hour, she makes a cameo on the show. She's the special guest star, and there's this great scene where they're arguing in the kitchen, and it's so funny. And Lucy's like, "Everybody thinks you're such a great actress," and you go, "Ha ha, darling," and it's just like really funny. And Tallulah with her voice, and she's like, "You have never been in better places." I mean, it's hilarious. You have Lucy with her high voice, and then Tallulah. It's
Is
great.
that when they go to like? Wait, is that when they go to like Hollywood, like on the I Love Lucy when they do that?
No, it's actually later when the sitcom ended and they started doing
Oh,
hour
I see. So
specials.
she. Oh, I never watched that.
Yeah.
I never watched. I always watched I Love Lucy.
It's not as like big in rerun or rerun
In syndication.
But yeah, I love the Hollywood episodes though. They're really funny.
Like when she's in front of the Chinese theater and she's like
Yes.
they want to steal John Wayne's handprints or something like that, right?
Yep.
Oh my god, like what is so
Classic.
crazy.
I like the one with there's so many. The one with William Holden is really good.
Mm-hmm.
She's at the Brown Derby and she gets starstruck. There's one though where she gets a part in a movie as a showgirl. And she's the lead showgirl, and the headdress is too heavy for her.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny.
Isn't Red Skelton in that one? Or no, I'm thinking of a movie she's in with Red Skelton. And she is a showgirl in that. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah,
I don't remember the name of the
okay.
movie right now, but like I'd never really seen her in anything other than like I Love Lucy, and I saw this movie that she was in with Red Skelton. She was a showgirl, and she like was doing these things. But that's so funny.
Yes, great.
Oh, Lucy, you gotta love Lucy.
She's the best. They're making a new movie about her, like a real, like legit movie.
Who did that one before that?
Well, they've done like some TV movies, but this one is like Kate Blanchett is gonna play her, and their kids are gonna
The
produce.
Oh.
And then Aaron Sorkin is writing the script, I believe. That's what I remember. I remember being like, wow, they really got
They
some
want to
good-
do something good. Well,
Yeah.
she like was like a strong female lady, you know, like
she was
with
the first
in the
woman to
industry.
own the
Yeah.
studio. Yeah.
That's amazing. And like come on, like go Lucy, you know, and she was a comedian of all people,
Right.
you know, not just like a regular hairstylist, what am I saying? Regular actress.
She was the first, and you know, and Desi too. He was like the first, big Latino star, and like
Cuban?
He's Cuban.
Yeah.
And he, you know, obviously owned the studio too. They had Desi Productions.
Yeah, that's
there.
amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. They broke some ground.
They definitely did, and it's true. No one's ever really talked about like how much they changed things and did different things with that, and like it's really amazing. And they were a couple too, and like they didn't last, but like I mean,
well, they were together like 20 years.
Yeah, a long
so.
time. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
They have an amazing kind of career.
And with her, I think her story is so inspiring because it's sort of like what people are doing now, but back then. She was in the business for like 20 years before I Love Lucy.
Right?
20
No,
years.
it's true. Yeah, she was old.
And she was working, but, you know, it took her a while to get to that point even, you know, the B movies and whatnot. But they actually created their own show. I'm sure there were other people that were like, we want to do something, because she was sort of doing a radio show like I Love Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
But they essentially created their own show, and that's like what everybody's doing now with like YouTube and
Well,
all
yeah,
that. It's-
creating me. I'm creating my own show.
Hey, here we are.
Following in Lucy's footsteps.
Yep.
What kind of products do you use on your hair, Jill?
Well, you know what? My mother got this oil. It's like a hair oil that she got from her salon that she goes to back in Michigan, but she doesn't use it. She'll buy stuff that she'll never use, and I usually take it home with me when I go to visit. But that actually works really well. I like it. It sort of softens up my hair. And,
Who is it by? Who's the hair oil by?
I couldn't tell you because it was a big bottle and I put it in a travel size one, a generic travel size one from Target. Shout out to Target. So I've been using that. But I need to use something usually because my hair is very
It's
crazy.
big. It is big. And,
It's
busy.
big and crazy.
A
my
product that
father's
I
hair.
really like by Bumble and Bumble is their like they have a called I like grooming cream. I'm trying to get it out of my brain. It's like blah blah blah. The product I like is the Defining Cream. It's their curl line. And their curl line is really good because it's more of like a cream. It's not super heavy, but it like goes in, it helps your hair curl, but it's not crunchy like where a mousse makes your hair crunchy, you know? And it's like, ew, that's ugly and gross. But like the curl cream doesn't do that. It just goes in and weighs it down a bit to where you don't feel like your hair is like super like crunchy. It just like weighs it and you have like these nice curls that come out. 'Cause what curly hair needs is it needs to have the right type of moisture and dryness to it to curl right and to stay in its shape. And it's kind of the issue that you run into. So it's like finding that balance is what you need to find with your hair. And you have like really amazing curl to it. And actually it being straighter on top kind of helps you because then it can actually be like not so poofy on top and you can have this and then have really cute curliness on the bottom.
Yeah. I mean, I love my hair. I know a lot of people compliment it. It just takes a while to, get it together. But so I'm like the queen of like putting it up in a bun.
I know. That's why you have so much breakage from that.
Yep.
Not anymore.
Guilty.
You wear your hair down, but that looks like this looks fresher and like more you know?
Yeah.
So
I gotta be quirky, Hollywood. Is this quirky enough for you?
right.
I mean, I don't want to look like every other comedian, but also I haven't switched up my hair in years. Gosh, the only time I ever like fully dyed my hair though. See, I'm good with like the highlights.
Right.
I dyed my hair like really dark in high school, and you would think it would look good because of my eyebrows are being dark, but I can't pull it off. I look like I don't know, and it was a lot darker than I think I intended it to be. But yeah.
Because you're a hairstylist.
I didn't color it.
Oh, did you go to a salon? They colored it that dark?
I did, yeah. I think I don't know. I don't know if it was just I was young and impulsive.
I was young and
I was
impulsive.
young and impulsive.
That's funny.
I'm so excited though to have like some style.
I'm bringing back your style.
We're bringing
I'm
sexy
bringing
back.
style back. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. And I'm not that clever to come up with my new lyrics for it.
So, I never called that guy from Saturday.
You never called the cops. It's okay. That's really funny. Yeah,
I couldn't remember what he looked like. It's terrible.
You know what? You were bold. I mean, it was
I
funny
was
to be
bold.
like kicked out of there, and I'm like, really? You just kicked me out? Like, I was shocked. I was kind of in a state of shock. Like,
Did
this
you
is
even get a
stupid.
chance to explain?
No, they didn't. They just literally came up to me and were just kind of like, "You need to leave." And I'm like, "What?" I was just like, and I was kind of like a little bit like drunk in the sense where I was kind of like, "Okay." Then I'm like, "Wait, let me tell my friend. She's in the bathroom." Like, no, you can wait and tell her after you get out. And I was like,
How are you gonna?
how would I tell? And then she didn't. Like predicted. I saw her, and then you guys were inside that big glass window, and I'm like, I got kicked out. And Courtney's like, "Rah!" And I was funny. It's like I get kicked out, and you guys are the ones who were spilling your wine everywhere. I was like, it's like that song, "Spill the wine, get that girl."
I must have spilled my wine 3 times.
I know you guys were, and I didn't even do a thing, and they kicked me out. And I'm like, just because I was yelling behind Courtney, "She's touching the art! She's touching the art!" If anything, I like sold her out, and they should have just like you know, told her to leave and then said thank you to me.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a thank you. I should have been thanked that I was alerting her of being so crazy,
You
right?
know, the sad part is that I probably would have spilled that wine sober, dry. Like, I'm such a klutz, so maybe I don't know, maybe they thought, oh, it's her personality.
That's just her.
No, I know. I was kind of embarrassed.
You're embarrassed about yourself.
Yeah. I was like, what am I doing?
Oh, whatever. You know what? We had a good time, and that was like an awkward event. I mean, there wasn't actually a lot to do. Like, it kind of sounded like it was supposed to be more like games and more fun things happening. Sorry, that's, you know, one of the things that happens. And it just wasn't very fun. I mean, I went for Rhea and her awesome Yoshi, like,
That was
hat
super
thing.
cool.
Oh my god, isn't she amazing?
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
She's really nice,
Oh,
too.
totally. She's one of the most amazing people
I
ever.
don't know if I've met her before, actually.
I don't think you ever got the chance to, but she's definitely been around at our parties. It's so funny.
Do you have a Halloween costume this year?
You know, I was gonna dress up like Barbarella, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But then I just, like, it turned October, and I was just like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care about that. And then I was thinking about how much effort it would be going into dressing up like Barbarella and all of the costume and everything, and I was just like, yeah, that's a lot, and I don't really want to. I've been invited to, like, a masquerade party, and I don't even know if I'll end up going just because
You should come to West Hollywood.
Ugh, no, that sounds like a nightmare. I'm just, like, not into the whole, like, wanting to go out for Halloween anymore thing. I dress up all year long. I mean, you go to our parties.
Yeah,
I don't need-
That's true. You guys have a lot
I
of
don't
themed
need,
parties.
like, a Halloween to dress up. I was dressed up in a yellow jumpsuit this weekend. I mean,
I know. I feel
give me
like
a day and I'll dress up.
all these months leading up to October, I'm like, I'm gonna go all out and be something interesting, and then October runs around or comes around, I should say, and you know, I hit up the 99-cent store. I'm like, all right, let's make it happen.
I did not know you were gonna say that. You know, you can buy a bra at the 99-cent store now. Like, why would you even go that
Probably
far?
a terrible bra.
I mean, flip flops. It's crazy.
You know, but last year it was like sort of. I mean, I had this simple little costume.
What did you wear? Were you?
I was a bumblebee, but I was like,
Oh my god.
bee Beyonce.
Wait, what? Say it
I
again?
was a bumblebee, but I was Beyonce.
How did you get the Beyonce part?
My roommate made a little like sign, and I put it around me.
It
like
said
a little
Beyonce.
It was BEE Beyonce.
Oh
was
my
sort of
god!
last
Was that like on
minute.
BuzzFeed? No.
No, it went viral. It was fabulous.
Yeah.
That's
so cute.
Yeah. But this year though, speaking of Natalie Wood, gonna be Maria from West Side Story.
Are you? I feel pretty.
But I'm gonna
So
be the Natalie
pretty.
Wood one. Because technically she's supposed to be Puerto Rican. You know. I don't want to offend anybody. Everybody's so bloody
I
sensitive.
am not a fan of West Side Story.
Really?
I know that's sad, but I just, like, did not get into it at all.
Sorry. I keep getting hair in my mouth.
I'm sorry.
Usually I don't talk, so this is, I think I'm letting the hair in.
Heron. Letting the hair in.
I'm letting the hair in.
Letting the hair in, not heroin. Heron.
Not
I'm just saying, like, I'm
heroin.
just putting this over here so, as I know you'll probably do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But see how, like, that layers is kind of nice? It's not
Yeah.
super short, but it's staying over there. I want to just cut a little bit here so that it stays normal. Oh no. Wow. It's really nice around your face.
Oh my god. So you did do layers, but like,
Mhm.
how did you do that? I'm just saying.
There, it's the way I thinned it out, and I cut the bottom so it's not blunt. It's just in there. It's just internally in the hair. So I'm gonna wet it so that you can see what your curl cut does. Because it's gonna change a little bit.
So is it all one length or?
Mhm.
Oh.
It's all one length, and then see you have all these other curl in it. So it stays into itself.
Should we do the long layers, or is that not?
No,
You know
there's.
what I mean?
I mean, I can do more layering. I'm getting you comfortable with seeing this like this.
Oh,
I want you to see what it's doing right now. So you can go, okay, I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Do you see how this is what your hair is gonna do? And this is how you wear your kind of like wave anyway. But see how pretty that is? See how when it goes to its nice thing, it like actually has like a little flow. And then you can do the other part, which I think you should try to do this a little bit.
Try and do like a middle part.
See
You
what
know
it
the
looks
picture
like?
I showed you, she had that middle part in it. Looked really good. Isn't that funny? When I part my hair in for a middle part, I never go that far over. Because of that bloody cowlick.
That bloody calic. Middle's probably like this.
My middle is off. Like me.
Everyone's middle is a little bit different. I mean,
No.
I
Side part.
just don't think it's super you.
Yeah. Side
You know what
part.
I mean? I mean, you could do it, but I don't think like it would be an everyday look for you.
Yeah.
Just like your head. I love to switch up the callus to see what it looks like on people so they can give different looks. I mean, I've switched my hair around. I mean, you could probably do this. So, this side is.
I know. I've always parted it out.
But see, this is where I think you need to wear your part. Because even if it has a little bump like that, that's cute. It adds character. And it will lay down more that it gets used to being like this.
Yeah.
But see how much, this is like how your hair will curl. And I mean, I would add a little bit more layering to it personally, but I wanted you to feel comfortable with the length and how I cut, so you could see what it's like.
Let's see.
I mean, I think you need to do a tiny bit more.
I agree.
See how
I think maybe
see
a little
how
bit
it's
more
laying?
layering.
It's like super, like going into its little curls, and you see your shape.
Oh, it's super cute.
Right?
I love it. Oh my god.
You're like, I have a haircut, a real haircut.
Gosh, it looks so good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think
Okay.
maybe a few more layers in there because I like those long layers. I think it just.
Yeah, I think it needs a little bit more, but I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like to go too crazy with people because I know if they're
No,
a
I
little nervous,
appreciate
they're like,
that.
I don't know if I like it. And I'm like, you better
No, but
relax.
I definitely, because I know, like, I like how the long layers make it lay, but I appreciate you showing me, and I still liked it as is, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, no, that's why I want to go more.
I think it's, you mean more with the layers?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because what was I gonna say? You know, sometimes people, they don't show you that before. That's
Yeah, it's hard to like judge like what is it gonna do, and it's nice to like be able to. I also like to kind of like make a canvas, like a blank canvas for them to see, and I'll go less, and then I'll do a little bit more, because then the person doesn't feel so like, oh my god, you just like cut all of my hair off, and now I'm bald, and freak out, and.
But I like that you sort of thinned it out too, because my hair is that what you did?
Yeah, I did a thinned it out. That's mainly where your layering is coming from, and it's curl, and it's going, you see how it's going nice into your waves? Is because I went into it and layered it, but it's about keeping like the points of it in there. Like curly hair needs to lay in a point. If it lays in a flat edge, it just goes like whoop, and it just is huge.
Yeah. As you can see, it did that.
Yeah, that's what it was doing. And now look how it's going in its shape, and look, this even relaxed. Look, this even got curlier here.
Yeah.
And that will do that. That's what your hair wants to do. So even if you don't dry it or whatever you end up doing, it's going to lay like that. Yeah, and that's like what I like to give people, the wash and wear haircut, because everybody pretty much wants their hair to be wash and wear.
Especially in LA, it's so hot.
Oh gosh, it's so hot out here.
Gosh,
I know, you're like
trying to straighten your hair or curl your hair, and
You're
you're like,
sweating.
I'm just sweating to death here. Oh, that's the worst. Like on vacation, when you want to look cute. And
where
you're
have
in,
you
like, the
gone,
shop.
like where it was humid? Like what's one of your vacation spots? Like
Mexico.
Florida? Oh, Mexico.
Yeah. What did you say?
Florida. Florida.
Florida.
Well, because like you're from Michigan, so you're on that side of the country where you guys would more likely go to Florida than somebody from California. Like we don't go there. We would go to Mexico or something like that. But then California has pretty.
My folks and I have gone to Mexico a lot. Yeah, but definitely, yeah.
Why have you gone to Mexico so much? That's kind of interesting.
Liked it.
I'm just curious. Like Mexico. Mexico. Why would you go to Mexico?
We liked it.
Oh,
No.
we like it.
Yeah, we went to, we did a bunch of traveling when I was a kid. I mean, we traveled in the States. We went to Canada, Florida, and all that. But my folks went to Mexico, I mean, before I was born. They liked it. And we started going when I was like 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
Cancun first, and like other cities. But yeah, we just really liked it. It's because it's like, it's nice, and it wasn't as expensive as maybe like some Caribbean places or like going to Europe or something. But warm and sort of yeah, I really liked it.
What do your parents do?
They're retired now. My dad was a music teacher, and my mom was a registered nurse.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah.
And they're like, why do you want to be an actress?
Why do you want to be an actor? They're supportive now. I think, you know, they always get nervous because it's not stable, and sometimes I even worry. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? But they know I love it. You know,
They support you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Jill.
They've
I'll
gotten.
let you do it.
They were never like terribly like, oh, we're gonna disown you if you're an actor. No, they were never like
See how it's already come down a little bit more
that. Yeah.
and like kind of falling into itself.
Yeah.
It's better. Yeah, I need a little more shaping of that.
What do we think? Camera lady, Courtney. Am I not supposed to break the fourth
You
wall?
should be like a voice actress because you have your voice. I mean, I know you know your voice is so
No,
so
I get it all the
cute.
time.
I mean, you have to. I mean, that's where I'm like, I just love Jill. I mean, I don't do a good version of your.
I love hearing my friends'
voice.
impressions of me. I'm like, they did that when I was working in Australia. They would always do my voice, and I'm like, what is this?
It's so cute. I mean, not everyone has a distinct voice like yours that like they can like actually emulate, and it's something cute. Like mine, what would you do? Like, oh, I'm Brittany, or whatever. Like your voice is so cute.
Thank you.
And I think that like I know that voice acting is a very like lucrative thing. I'm sure. Like there's
Yeah, I've done some for sure. The thing is, I had 2 projects that one
no matter what, you're always it's gonna happen. I'm sorry.
There was one I booked and we shot it. It was a PSA, and I booked the voiceover for it. So I filmed it as it was a costume mascot thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I booked the physical role and the voiceover for it.
Mm-hmm.
But they never completed it, so I never got to do the voiceover part for it.
Oh, lame.
I know. So that was like one project that I was going to use for my reel, and it kind of hit
Fell
up.
through because
up
you're like, oh
voiceover
great,
agencies.
now I can't even do it.
And then I did a Target commercial, and I'm pretty sure they only used my voice for like the group thing at the end, which is still cool, and it was great to have booked it. But I don't think they didn't end up really using it distinctly enough that I can be like, look, you know. But I mean, maybe I could say I booked it, but
Sorry, I feel like I'm hearing this weird noise. I'm like, what is that? It was like, I don't know. It was really strange, and I was like, sounds like it's sizzling or something. Like, this is freaking me out.
oh, wow, this is so fascinating.
Isn't it pretty? I love cutting curly hair and then really seeing it, and then you're like, oh wow, my hair does this. Like, this is so
Do you think I
cool.
look good with short hair?
Totally.
Or I should say shorter. I don't know
It's
how
just-
to scale. but
Right, it's not like,
medium.
it's
Yeah.
really like this length I'd say is like kind of like the most popular length of hair right now. It's kind of in
Yeah.
between. It's very easy to grow out. You can even go shorter, you know what I mean? It's very versatile.
I need to switch it up. Long hair gets so heavy.
Oh yeah, and at least if this grows out, this is going to grow out super nice.
Mhm.
Oh, I love seeing your curl. Like that popping in there like that is so nice. It's like, ugh. You look more like Natalie Wood now. I kept like thinking, I'm gonna make her look like Natalie Wood, and I totally feel like I've achieved that. It was my goal. I was like, I need her to look more like that. What the fuck just happened?
Right?
What the fuck just happened? We just like lost our light.
Probably
I
a
just got
cloud
all
or
haunted
something.
for a second.
It was.
there.
What is going on? I know it's like a Halloween season, but Jesus. Jesus.
Well,
Jeez.
must be the clouds coming back.
cloud.
The magic.
A little technical difficulty there.
This is what low budget filming is like. Or no budget. No budget.
Yeah, where's that budget?
We need Julie here to get the hair up.
No, Vicky.
Vicky.
I swear to God,
Vicky. Where's the champagne? Vicky.
I just airball. I've never had my hair cut where I'm talking so much.
You've never talked to this person, anybody this much when you got your hair.
Now you're rolling.
I'm just gonna wet it down,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna put some product in it so you can see how it lays that way. Because this is basically what it's going to do,
Yeah.
always, with your hair.
Yeah, it definitely needs some sort of product.
And this is gonna be the product I was telling you about earlier. It's the defining cream by Bumble and Bumble.
Boom, boom, boom.
So when you get out of the shower, your hair's just gonna be like wet. You know,
This
you'll
is
part
true.
it. And you're gonna do your new
happens.
part right here. And your hair
New
wants to
part.
part here anyway.
Yeah, I've never done the straight on part. Even my straight on, like this would be me trying to do a middle part.
This is my middle.
My middle? It's not. It's a little.
The first I put in your hair was tonic by Bumble and Bumble. It's like it closes down your cuticle and helps it just like be a prep for the whole entire product. And that's what I've been wetting your hair down with pretty much the whole time. It's like my standby product.
I have a cuticle on my head.
Yeah. My head has a cuticle?
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, your hair has a cuticle. When you see a hair strand, it has like all these little layers, scaly layers onto it. So when the tonic goes on it, it closes it down and seals it. So
Oh.
it just lays better. Where like that's where people's hair, it's like when you're going through knots and they're just rubbing into each other, and that's what causes that type of thing. I know. Hair has a cuticle.
It has a cuticle.
Well,
you
you're-
hear that, children?
Your hair is made of the same protein as your nails, so it's all the same thing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this is the product,
Product placement.
right? Defining cream. Well, it's using like a ton, but kind of you always start on the bottom and then you kind of like work it in. And you'll see how your hair has like a kind of like just a little bit of a heaviness to it, but it just holds it down and doesn't make it feel crunchy. But it helps make the curls come out more.
Yeah.
And then if you ever wanted your hair smoother on top, like how it does, and not go as curly, you can just wear it, like, you know, blow it out a little bit and then push it down and then do more of like the wave. But your hair's
Oh.
always gonna do this, which is
Yeah.
awesome. And I can use my dryer. No, don't show that. Because of that stupid thing. That's the only reason why I'm saying no.
I want the insert of where the
Where
thing was.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go back and do that. How about that? So this is my hand. The diffuser.
Oh my gosh, how fun is that?
I love it because it can get really into the scalp. And it's by Dava Curl. And the blow dryer itself actually is crap. I don't like the blow dryer.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dava Curl, the blow dryer sucks. The blow dryer has way too much air that it blows out when it's going onto the hair. So when it goes through here, it's like blowing it, but it's like making it it's too strong. Like curly hair in a diffuser needs like this amount of air. So then you're kind of getting it dry, but it's more about creating like almost like a humidity thing, but it's getting the moisture in there and drying it. Where this helps because it gets in at your scalp, where like the other traditional diffusers are like those little spiky things. They don't really like they don't get you dry at your scalp, and you can't get any like body out of it. With this, you can see how you can get it in there. And see with the, like a little bit how the separation of the curl now is with the defining cream.
I love that it's actually a hand. That's amazing.
I know. Everyone's
I've
always like,
never
"What
seen
is that?" Yeah.
I've seen the diffusers that sort of, they have like that.
Yeah, they're like a circle spike thing.
Yeah.
But this, I love this. And with my little mini blow dryer, which is my favorite thing ever, it's so much easier. I mean, I kind of have to hold it on here and it's kind of weird, but it works. I think they should redesign the blow dryer for them that doesn't blow as much air. I mean, it was great. Their blow dryer was amazing for straightening hair because it had this like concave like end on the end of its little like diffusing thing, and it was great because it blew the hair just perfectly. But it was way too much power for like diffusing.
Yeah.
Diffusing doesn't need to have so much air blowing out. You see how curly it got and how cute with that with the fining cream. And you can find like Bumble products on their website or in Bumble salons.
Oh, they have salons too.
Yeah. Well, no salons that carry Bumble. There is a salon in New York that is the Bumble salon. Or Sephora does carry it now. But I don't think every Sephora carries it. That's like the only place that it's really supposed to be sold. Like you may have seen it maybe if you were at like Target, but that's not, they didn't license that to be at Target because there's a lot of people don't realize that like if you go to like places like TJ Maxx and buy products, like you don't know how old that product is. That product can be so old that like it's been shipped out of the country for like left in like a warehouse for 6 months and then brought back in and then sold there. That's the only way it's able to do that. That is super cute.
Yeah.
You're like, I have curly cute hair. Yeah, that's adorable.
I love
So tuck it if you want, and it's cute.
Yeah. Super cute. I love it. My father will appreciate this. He always loved my curly hair. I used to have like little ringlets, like natural ringlets, like Shirley Temple when I was a kid.
Oh, you do have ringlets. It's just that it's been hidden because you've been putting it in a ponytail so much. Yeah, there we go. Look at you and your waves.
I love it.
There she is. Jill. Voila!
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
I love it. Super
It's
cute.
actually, the only thing I'm like, is that long right there? No. I think it's still good.
Is it?
Oh yeah, maybe it's. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it just needs to be thinned to tiny. Maybe I put like a little bit because then it'll curl up into that. See, it's the same length here. That's the same length. It's just this is a little heavy.
Ah.
Let me see. It's right in here. Let's go this. See?
I would sometimes get my hair thinned in high school and I loved it because it was so
See?
thick.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. Love it.
Yay. Okay. Champagne!
Yay!